Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Reese here from C-Manga and welcome to my review of Kenichi chapter 546, Shiguru and her disciple brother. So, you know what, again, it was a pretty decent chapter, you know. Just got like, at the beginning, a little bit of insight into who this guy in the armor actually is. And then, obviously, we find out a little bit more about what's going on in Kenichi's little world. So yeah, first bit is a little flashback of obviously Shiguru training with her father. Pretty cool because obviously, as you know, I don't fully remember this part. It was a hell of a long time ago, but yeah, nice little refresher, you know, seeing her train and everything. Like how he wanted her to just like grow up as a normal girl who can use weapons. That bit was a bit kind of, you know, contradictory on each other. It's like, so he wants to be normal, but then he also wants her to be a master of weapons. So how does that really work out? Yeah. So anyway, after a nice little training session, which I must say is friggin' crazy, you know, the guys there like throwing friggin' axes and weapons at her, fully fighting her full force, and she's dodging it. You know, it's like it's kind of different to what the crap that Kenichi goes through, because obviously this is actual weapons. You know, any wrong movement she can die, and I know Kenichi, any wrong movement he can die, but he'll get like bludgeoned, she'll get sliced in two. At least with Kenichi, you can kind of like repair him a bit. And plus the guy's immortal, he's like a friggin' little half cockroach type guy, you know, he can't get hurt that bad. Anyway, after a little training session with Shiguru and her dad, she's like, yeah, had the rest of the day off, you know, go off and play. She's just like going off in the woods and ends up like running into this guy who's like, who the heck are you? And you know, she's there trying to attack him because obviously, you know, who is he? He could be an enemy and everything. He's dodging her and everything, and then she's like just about keeping up with his speed. So we find out who this guy actually is. It turns out to be her brother disciple, Rin Tachibana. I think that's how you say it. So yeah, he's obviously the dude in the armor, and yeah, he's just like, yep, I am Hachiro's only living disciple, like, you know, only living disciple. So he's probably the disciple before her. I don't know how they wouldn't have fully known about her unless obviously he's been away since before she even got adopted into the family, you know. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. So anyway, now obviously that we know this guy, we switch back to current times where Shiguru is obviously still fighting him. She just basically finds a little kind of route to escape with, gets out of the place, and it's just like, you know, looks up at the stars and it's like, yeah, remember the position of the stars, that way we can find out where we are and then we can get home. So I guess that means that Shiguru is now kind of safe. So it's just going to be a naked chick making her way home. Nice, easy. So anyway, as she's outside, she sees like, you know, the battalion of friggin' battleships that the Hachio have, and oh my gosh, there was quite a few. Anyway, after this, we kind of like cut to Kenichi and the others. He's there speaking to Nizuma, and Nizuma's just like, you know, there's like a big news report going on talking about like how the Hachio are kind of like taking over and everything, the whole battalion incident and all that stuff. And it's like, wow, the martial arts world is actually affecting the normal world, you know. It's kind of like it's something new which no one's ever really seen before. And then Nizuma kind of like breaks down exactly how much power the Hachio have, you know. It's like, not only do they have all them battalions, but they can't even be tracked because like the Hachio even have like half the military satellites. So it's like, damn, these guys, they have a hell of a lot of influence. They have even more influence than Yami, for God's sake. So yeah, Tanimono, he returns after a little while, you know, Hermit, he's back. He's back in school. Kenichi's obviously like, you know, asking him like, you know, you guys know exactly what's happening. What is going on? Help us. You know, we want to get Shiguru back. Why can't you give us any information? And then from that point there, it looked like they were about to have a little battle, you know. It's like Nizuma even actually tried to ask him, like, you know, give me, like, you guys are in there, you know, give me a nice little position when they take over. I don't want to be kind of killed or nothing. The guy always has to find a little, you know, position on the winning side, you know. He knows what he's doing. So obviously, them two, Kenichi and Tanimono, they have like a little stare off, and then that's it. They just turn away from each other. They basically like spoke completely through their eyes, and Kenichi just knows exactly what's going on. Tanimono has like some sort of plan that he's coming up with. I guess it might even be like a plan that Yami are coming up with, for God's sake, because we don't actually know whether they're fully working together, Yami and Hachio. So maybe something went astray, so therefore their whole plans are off against each other, and now they're going to become enemies. Because I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of Hachio, even compared to like the Yami group. There seems like a hell of a lot more of the Hachio out there. So maybe in the future we could get like a cool little collaboration between Yami and the Rear Zanpaku group to take out the Hachios, something like that. That could be pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, those two are basically having their little words with their eyes, so then they just know exactly what's going on. You know, that's what Kenichi knows. Tanimono's coming up with something. Kenichi just like understands, it's going to give him time to reflect on that, because I don't know, something is going down very, very soon. So yeah, they're pretty much ends the chapter, you know, with them two just like, okay, yep, we're gonna protect protect our families and stuff. It's like even Tanimo's just like, yeah, you can't have Honoka. That's it. Kenichi's like, yeah, you can't have his sister because she's his. It's like they're fighting each other because obviously like Kenichi's sister and Tanimo would have a little connection going on, you know, like another brother sister type thing. So anyway, like I said, that pretty much ends this chapter. I thought it was pretty good. Nice little bit of information, nice little bit of build up. So yeah, next week hopefully some stuff goes down and we get to see some cool things. Because like I said, we still have not even seen any of the Hachio disciples, which I am still really waiting for. You know, we've just been teased them a little bit. So yeah, that ends it here from me, guys. You know the usual. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up, and don't forget to check out what else we've got on the channel. So I'll see you soon.